Hello everyone, it is the Loki Monster here, and today we are going to be covering how to empower your ShadowReaper of Doom, everything you need to know for that. And also we're going to be showing you a few new additions to the town of Mistcroft. So we're just going to head over to see Nevermore here, and click on Friday the 13th, and then a birth of a new Doom weapon, and then click travel to Ravenspire. And once you're here, just go over to Cyrus and click teleport to the axe. And when you're at the axe, you just want to click on the axe here and you'll see your Doom weapon. So we have empowering your Doom weapon, and as you can see, there are a lot of them here. And as they go up, the look changes 3 different times until you're at the final one. So we have the first weapon here, and you require Unlucky Doom essence for this, and the look of this one is slightly darker than the original that you have. And the second one here, as you can see, the number of essences will increase as it goes up, and we go all the way up to 7. The obsidian version, and this one gets its red center there. You're trading in the axe every time, as well as adding more and more Doom essence until you finally reach the final form, the horrific ShadowReaper of Doom. And this weapon has the red glowing eyes and the aura coming off of it, as well as a red glow further down on the axe. That's very cool. Now this one has a special effect on it called Doom, and using the Doom power comes at a cost to your own hit points, accuracy, and speed. So your attack will increase by 10%, but your total hit points will drop by 20%. Now, in order to craft this one, you're going to actually have to do another quest, and this quest is Sacrifice of Power. Now, Sacrifice of Power, you can trade any one of the Nulgath anomaly weapons that you can craft at the forge for this token. Now, the focus staff, I have something special to tell you about that in a little bit, and it could be an error in the game. But you're thinking, oh, well, I don't want to sacrifice these. Well, guys, don't worry, because you aren't actually sacrificing them, and I'll explain that. And for this, you are going to need a quest from Skew, and you want to grab this quest before you actually create the last weapon. So we're just going to bring up our menu here, and then we're going to click on pets, and I'm going to type in Skew. And if you don't have a Skew pet, you can go see him in the Wasteland, or the Solace, or even the Forge of the Forlorn. So now that I have my pet equipped, I'm going to try to click on him. And then you want to click on Skew's Dark Deals, and at the very bottom here now we have Skew's return policy. So this one, you will receive a special contract for Skew when you complete your axe. Now, this will allow you to choose from any of the anomaly weapons, so you can replace your anomaly weapons. The thing is, you're not locked in to creating the specific anomaly weapon you used. If you used a Tainted Phoenix Blade of Nulgath and you would prefer to have an 8th Ultimate Blade of Nulgath, you could have that instead. Now, herein lies the issue. Both the Focus Hex Staff of Nulgath and the Assassin Bloodletters of Nulgath were only creatable if you bought an orb pet. But people who do not have the pet are actually able to get these weapons currently. And this may be a mistake, but we're not sure yet. I did contact Clarion, and unfortunately he had to wait till morning to find out what was going on, and I will be contacting him early this morning to find out what exactly is going on, but that will be after this video is up. So as soon as I have the answer, I will let you know, even if it's by Twitter, and I've included my Twitter link below in the description. So we're going to check out the Unlucky Doom Essence quest, and we have a daily here. Now you need to defeat the Doom boss and best Graven Ravenspire, as well as collect 25 Ravenspire Undead Dark Spirit Orbs. And for this you will receive 4 Doom Essences. And then we have 2 repeatables. Now there originally were 3. Now this one's to best Ravenspire, so you can grab that. You can do that one at the same time as your daily, although it did not work for me the first time I did it. And then we have a second, and then there's a Dark Spirit Orb one, which you collect 50 Dark Spirit Orbs, and you'll receive a lucky Doom Essence. So you only get 1 Doom Essence for each of the repeatable. Now I'm going to take you over to talk to the Guardian outside the crypt here, because he has new crafting. Under the Ravenspire Darkness Touched Weapons, you can now convert your Ravenspire bow to a Dark Ravenspire bow, and it gives it this little bit of a blue glow on it. You can see this more on the Dark Sword. And to craft these, you'll need the original dropped weapons that drop from all the mobs, as well as Guardian Oath Fulfilled. And you can get those in the new Crypt Challenge dungeon. And then here we have the sword. So again, you need the weapon, and as you can see, it has this blue aura on it. It's really cool. Like the sword wasn't cool enough, but it's even cooler now. We also have a quest here for Guardians. This is Guardians Serving Doom. And for this, you have to collect all the pieces of the Guardian Doom set, and then you turn it in and you'll earn the Doom Guardian title. Now, the Guardian Doom set doesn't drop here in this dungeon. So this dungeon has the original Enter the Crypt. That's the story. You can go there to farm, but you want the Graven Ravenspire Crypt Challenge, and that's called the Dungeon of the Falling Sun. Now it doesn't matter if you run it on private or you run it on public. It is going to be scaled no matter what. So you might as well run on public and get yourself a little more help. And this dungeon drops both the Guardian Oath Fulfilled and the Unlucky Doom Essence. And it is exactly the same as the Crypt dungeons in Doomwood. So if you run them, you're going to have no problem with this whatsoever. Basically, you're going to go in. You're going to collect the water from these urns. You see that urn shining there. There will be 3 of them. 1 here, 1 in the room ahead, 1 in the room to the left. If the gates are down on any of the room, you're going to have to use the floor switch for them. You just have a look around, you'll see them. And once you have the 3 collection of water, and it doesn't matter who collects it, anyone in your party can, you're going to go to a room that's way on the far right and then fill that by tapping it 3 times. Now after that point, you should be able to get through this dungeon easy breezy. Just follow your way through. Now when I say that, I mean just finding your way to the boss room, not the actual fighting itself. These guys are tough and they can swarm you and overwhelm you easily. You may want to consider a class like Guardian or Paladin, where you can heal yourself, especially when you get to the last room and the final boss fight, because he is a Guardian and he will be healing himself. And he's not the only boss in there. There's also the ShadowReaper of Doom that I killed first. Now I'm going to return to the axe, and we're going to click on Seeking Further Power and an Echo of Doom. And this will take you to this little area, and then you'll see the axe in front of you. You want to run to the axe in front of you. We're going to go face the Doom Knight. So just click on here and delve into darkness, and you will find the Doom Knight. I'm just going to accept this party invite from these guys. And for this battle, I want a high DPS, so I am going to go with Dragon Slayer. And I also want Rend, so I can break their armor. So I equip that. Now, you're going to notice behind him the word Doom. It's in gray, and you see this cloudy black mob there. Now, the minute that mob turns red, you want to attack them. Now, there are 3 of them, basically evenly spaced around him, and there's one right now. You want to get them right now, because if those red things get all the way to their full size, game over. And then after that, you can just beat him up, and they will respawn and respawn and respawn. So the more people you have, the faster you can go through this, and the less likely you're going to have to refight the Doom things. It's quite fun trying to do this solo. And unfortunately, every time I tried, just about when I was at the end, somebody came along. So I am going to hope to do a solo video for you on how to beat him. And he drops the pieces of the Guardian Doom Knight set. Now, our next one, we're going to hop back to Raven Daytime. And we're just going to do that by exiting the circle. And that will put you right in front of the axe, and you just want to teleport to Cyrus the Chronomancer, and then click on the hourglass. Okay, I gotta get a little closer to click on it. And this will take you back to Raven Nighttime. And this is where you can get your Ravenspire Dark Spirit orbs, and you just get 1 for every mob. And as you see, you need 50 for the one quest and 25 for the other quest. Now, there are 2 new drops in this area: the head skull and the Fire Engulf head skull. And yes, they've got them labeled backwards. Hopefully they'll fix them soon, but very cool. Now, for the new Mogolween items, we are going to travel to Zorbak's graveyard and talk to Zorbak right here. Now, in Zorbak's graveyard crafts, he has the black cattail. Yes, we wanted a black cattail, and we got it. Now, for this, you're going to need 10 daft pumpkins and 10 tree jays, which means you're going to have to kill the tree and the big pumpkin 10 times. You'll also need 500. Now, for our next new item, we're going to travel to the mansion and click on mix here, and then you're going to go to Mogolween Crafting and then Wicked Crafts. And then down here at the very bottom, you will find black Catpaw weapons. And to craft this, you'll need 15 super sour candies, 10 intact pumpkins, and 200 pumpkin puffer fish. And they are black with orange paw pads. Now, are there gloves and ears? I couldn't find them anywhere in any of the crafting, but that doesn't mean that they're not a drop, or they might not be released till next week, or they may not even exist at all. Now, I want to give a big shout out to Crit Fiend. He streams over on Twitch, and he was willing to participate in my little experiment to find out if somebody who has never bought a hex or pet could actually trade their contract they earn by completing their horrific ShadowReaper of Doom weapon to Skew for a hex orb weapon. Fortunately, he really did want that weapon. So thank you very much, and guys, check out his channel over on Twitch. I wish I actually had the link for it. If I do get it from him tomorrow, I will add it to my description. Also want to remind you that I am having my 4th annual birthday Mogolween Mash on Saturday, October 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Blue Dragon server. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.